I'm here with Dave Risch, head coach of the Cougar cross country team. Today, looking back on the Cougars' performances from the Midwest Division III regionals. And Dave, I know back in Chicago here on Saturday, late morning, it was 31 degrees. So I can only imagine that up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, it had to be quite a bit chillier.
It was. I think it went down to about 8 or 10 degrees that night. And when we ran, it was in the teens, and certainly not the best conditions to race in. But we talked with the team about how you don't have control over certain things, and the weather is one of those things. So, we really tried to emphasize with them just going out, doing the best they can. The conditions were pretty poor for everybody running. It's just a matter of going out and competing and just giving it your all, and realizing that your final time probably isn't going to be very reflective of the effort that you put in.
Taking a look at the women's side, two of your first-year runners did come up with their best outings of the season, and that was Rebecca Hannigan and Ashley Martinez.
Yeah, it was pretty remarkable to be able to set a PR on a day when it is 18 degrees, and there actually was developing kind of a stiff wind as the day progressed. So definitely not great conditions, and I really didn't think anybody would PR. In addition, the course, because of all the really cold weather, the course was pretty frozen, and it was kind of like running on concrete for a lot of the race. So it was a rough day, but yeah, those two young ladies really, to be able to PR, I think Ashley PR'd by 50 seconds, which is a huge amount, and Rebecca PR'd by 39 seconds. So both of those were pretty significant PRs, and really much of our team were close to PRs considering the weather was so bad. I know Danielle was only 14 seconds off of her all-time PR, so that was really good, and really all the other runners were maybe 20 to 30 seconds off of their PR. So I think we raced well, I think we competed well. Unfortunately, the times aren't going to be very reflective of that hard effort.
Dave, you mentioned Danielle McCormick. She was your top finisher in this meet, and really, just looking back, a very solid, very consistent freshman season for her.
She had a tremendous year. She's been battling some IT band issues that have kind of affected the training a little bit, but she's really worked hard, and we've been able to manage that, and we're able to get her to run a couple of very strong races at the end of the year. I think she's got, times that would be significantly lower than what she's running, and that's coming, but we want to build off of what has been a very successful freshman year for her.
All right, turning to the men's side, your top finisher, no surprise, was Josh Warren. John Hoffman was also up among your top finishers for the men. Just talk about how the men's race unfolded.
Yeah, it was a big race, a crowded race. Josh ran well, kind of got stuck a little behind in the pack, and that caused a lot of effort to kind of work his way up through the ranks. But he finished 150th, I believe, and had a good race. He was about a minute off of his PR, so I think he was a little disappointed with his time. But again, given the conditions of the course and the weather conditions, that's not really reflective of his true race. John Hoffman, I think, had his best race of the year, and probably of his career. One of those things where watching him run and watching him race, I kind of thought his time would be a little faster than it was. But it was still very close to a all-time PR for him. I think he was maybe 20 seconds or so off of his all-time best. So a really good effort by one of our captains, John.
All right, Dave, just looking back at the entire season, I guess you could call it certainly one of transition. A lot of runners competing for the first time in the Cougar program, and just give your thoughts about the overall development of the team from late August to this last race on Saturday.
Sure, Jim. Let me begin by saying we're going to miss our seniors. they did a great job of leading the team, and especially when you have a lot of young freshmen who are a little bit inexperienced at the collegiate level, it's really important to have seniors that have been through the training, they've been through the racing, and kind of know what our program is about and can help lead by example. And our seniors have done that. Jerry Williams, Ted Fisher, Christian Rodriguez, and on the women's side, Kayla Cano. They've all been just really strong leaders, and they've given their heart and soul to the program. And I'm just really proud of the 4 years that they've had here at Concordia, and they will be missed. On the younger side, we certainly have a lot of freshmen, and they have a lot of heart and enthusiasm, and that's really fun to work with. Anthony Guerrero has had a really good freshman year. He's a guy who's pretty new to running, and he's lost a lot of weight over the past 3 or 4 years and has become a good runner, and he really loves running. And for him to compete in our top 7 at regionals was really a big honor for him, and we were really happy with him to be able to race at regionals. And he had a great race, and he had a really good freshman season. So we're excited to see the progress that he will make as he continues to gain experience.
All right, Dave. I'd like to thank you for your time every Monday throughout this past season. Wishing you a lot of success during the recruiting off season, and I'm sure it probably won't be too long before we're back here next fall talking about a new season.
Yeah, it always goes by quickly, and you're right, it'll seem like a blink of an eye before we're here talking about the 2015 season.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks.